beauty loves, welcome back to the Confidence on Stilettos channel. So yes, this is just a follow-up video from my series that I am doing about how to heal when you're going through something with your kids. This is all for the parents out there. So I just want to take a moment just to first acknowledge that parenting is not for the weak, okay? When I tell you, honey, parenting is not, let's say it with me, it's not for the weak. So as many of you know from my previous video that me and one of my kids had a situation that came up. And if you don't know and you didn't watch the previous video, just go back and watch the previous video, and then you can come back to this video, or you can finish watching this video and then go watch the previous video. It's up to you. Girl, I'm not a stickler on things like that. But I just have to acknowledge that parenting is not for the weak. I remember when I became a parent, almost 24 years ago. You never really think about the actual journey of parenting, and parenting is definitely a journey. Parenting is going to teach you and grow you in many areas of your life, as a parent, as a person, in the community, okay? It's going to grow you at some level, but that is if you do not allow your ego to get in the way. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I was going to be taking you guys on this healing journey with me as I healed through the conflict that happened between me and my kid. So this is just a follow-up video for that. And I have got to admit that I have really been sitting with myself, and so I've been asking myself some hard questions, like what could I have done different to de-escalate the situation on that day, and you know, where did I go wrong in my parenting? Did I go wrong in my parenting? Did I not say no more? Because we all know that's a big thing with kids, is that a lot of times they hear yes, yes, yes all the time, and that when you do decide that you're going to say no, there's going to be a reaction from them. It's like you never did anything for them. And then I've been also asking myself, what are my triggers? What are the triggers that I have that I need to be more aware of, and I need to dig more and more of what the core of that trigger is. So I think the hardest part about parenting is that nobody, I mean absolutely nobody, talks about the parenting struggles. We talk about all of the achievements, all of the celebratory type of situations, like the graduations and, you know, the birthdays and things of that nature, but we don't really talk about the struggles. And I think that that's something that we need to talk about more, because a lot of that we keep bottled up inside of us like it's not happening. And then you start thinking that when things do come up when you're parenting and you're having a parenting struggle or you're having a conflict within your family, you're thinking that it's only your family. And you gotta know that you're not alone out here. You're not alone in these streets. Trust and believe me, you're not. I just think that painful parenting seasons often, how do I put this? I just think that often we go through painful parenting seasons quietly. We try to suppress them. We try to suppress them by getting busy in other areas of our lives instead of just really addressing what's going on, even speaking about it. Like me doing these videos, honestly guys, it is very therapeutic for me. It is like me journaling my way through what happened and just really acknowledging that something did happen and that something needs to be addressed, and that if the thing that needs to be addressed is within me, at least these videos is giving me the opportunity to see myself and to see the situation for what it truly is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just think that when we go through these painful seasons as a parent, that it is very very therapeutic for you to talk about it. You know, you don't have to come on video like I'm doing and talk about anything. You can talk about it with a trusted friend, a trusted you know, a non-biased person. Let's just say maybe enroll in therapy or something like that. Whatever is, get it out of you. Don't keep it bottled up. Don't keep it hidden like it's just something that's happening to you, because it's not just happening to you. And you have got to know that there's a community out here that is ready to embrace you and ready to help you get through whatever it is that you're going through. Because baby, those of us with teenagers, we get it, okay? We understand. We fully understand. And I am not going to sit here and make it seem like any of these kids out here, these teens or what have you, are bad kids. I just think that all of us have gone through a season of rebellion in whatever way, in whatever aspect of rebellion that was for us as individuals. But I will say that these kids today will test the waters. They will definitely test you. So I just want to talk about some of the hardest lessons that parenting has recently taught me. I mean, they've been teaching me all along, but I mean, I just had this opportunity to sit down and just really write out what my hardest lessons were. And yeah, let's get into this. So my first lesson that I want to address is the difference between controlling versus guiding. So no one truly wants to identify themselves as being a controlling person. And in certain scenarios, in certain age groups, and I'm talking only specifically in the role of a parent, but there are certain age groups where you do have to take the reins. You do have to control them, because you are the guardian, you are the guide for them. So in certain age groups, like the younger age groups, you have to guide them. You have to let them know, hey, you don't want to do that, because baby, you're gonna end up in the hospital if you don't stop, you know, what you're doing. Then as kids get older, you have to kind of evolve into guiding them. You know, you already know once they start hitting them teens, 13, 14, 15, 16, baby, 17 is a whole nother ball game, because when somebody think they about to be grown, they think they grown already. So I have had to learn, because all of my kids are 6 years apart. So I have an adult son who's about to be 24 soon, and then I have a middle child who is 17, and then I have a younger child who is 12. So all of my kids are 6 years apart. Why I waited so long in between, girl, who knows? Only God knows. But so each of them get a different version of me. Like the 23-year-old and the 17-year-old, I'm trying to more so guide them. Like when my son calls me and he needs advice, I'm there to give him advice. You know, his life is all about his journey, and I want to see him go through life. And then, you know, my middle child who's 17, I'm now in that phase of guiding. You know, I'm gonna be grown soon. And so I'm just here to guide at that point. My 12-year-old is still similar. You know, I have those moments where I have to, you know, tell him like, yo, you need to chill out. Like you need to really chill out, bro. Like you need to sit down and really think about what you're doing. But for the most part, I don't have to do that very often with him. He knows like there's a boundary, and he knows how to just navigate out of a danger zone, okay? He knows how to navigate and move on, go on about your business. And as kids grow, they should be also maturing as well as they grow. So they should be knowing you know, right from wrong. Even as little toddlers, like the 2 and the 3-year-olds, you can tell they start knowing right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? They start knowing when they should be embarrassed and when they should be not doing something, even down to like when they're getting ready to enter, when you know that they should be potty trained, because when they go use the bathroom, do number 2, they'll go hide and do that and then come back. So as your kids are getting older, they should be mentally, spiritually, emotionally maturing, and that is something that us as parents should be like really taking a look at and really observing as they're growing, and whether or not they're doing well in those areas. Just like we ourselves have little checkpoints and we observe ourselves, and I know with me, I check myself a lot. Like if I feel like I'm being too reactive and I know that's usually not how I behave, I quickly know how to check myself, and that's what we should start seeing happen within our kids. I know with me, I start like kind of stepping back and just observing, like from age 14 to until you're legally responsible for yourself, because I'm trying to see, are you picking up the lessons that I'm putting down? Do I need to step in, you know, more? What is it that I need to guide you on? Because again, as you're getting older and as our kids are getting older, we're going from controlling their every move to giving them advice and guiding them and giving them real life examples of what life is going to look like as an adult. But you know, baby, at 17, you think you know everything. You think you know everything. You already think you got life figured out already. And sometimes that's where the conflict come in at. And number 2 for me would be not letting my kids go through the consequences and feel disappointment. So here's where I had to be extremely honest with myself. As for me, I grew up early 80s through 2000s, you know, or early 2000, right? So my mama let me feel them consequences and experience disappointments. And I think that generation of the 80s and the 90s, kids and stuff like that, that's why we're able to handle a little bit more really tough situations, is because our parents, they were busy working, and they were busy trying to survive, that they allowed us to feel those consequences and to feel disappointment. Whereas with me having kids in the 2000s, I think because I didn't want them to necessarily feel disappointed, I always stepped in, and they never really truly felt that disappointment fully. You know what I'm saying? And so, like when they would do something bad, of course, I'm going to put them, you know, on punishment. I'm going to take certain things away from them. But what I noticed with myself, I could say, hey, I'm not, you know, I'm going to take your game. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take that. You're not going to be able to have access to it for a month, 2 months. But what I would notice with myself is, just like kids are very manipulative now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. What I would notice is that maybe the first 3 days I will be strong cold on it. Like, if you even ask me about it, I'm going to be putting more time on this punishment. But by day 4, if they ask me about it, I'm like, you know what, they've been kind of good today. You know, they've been good for these 3 days. And I would go back and allow them access to whatever electronic, or access to talking to their friends, or going outside, and just being able to resume life as normal. Whereas when I was growing up, I remember my mom put me and my sister on a punishment for 2 months. But listen, me and my sister, we was a handful, okay? We were a handful. I'm not even gonna sit here and try and lie to y'all. We was a handful. But back to my mom putting us on punishment. Baby, we felt them consequences. Because if my mama said, y'all not going outside for a month, and if I see Shayla Cherie come up here and knock on this door and ask for y'all to come out, y'all gonna get an extra 2 weeks on that punishment. I tell you what, when we went to school, we said, hey, Shayla, y'all don't come down to our house, okay? Like, don't come knock. Listen, we on punishment. Like, we went ahead and just told them straight up, we on punishment. Do not come and knock on this door. Because we knew my mama was not playing. Like, we felt every day of those punishments. And it was not even the fact that we couldn't go outside and play and hang out with our friends. It was the fact that as we were in the house, it was like she'd be finding extra stuff for us to do and to help out with. And I'm just like, okay, it's already bad enough that we stuck in this house, but why we gotta watch the baseboards too? You know what I'm saying? So again, we learned from that stuff. Like, once we got punishment, or at least for me, I can't say for my sister, but at least for me, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna walk the straight and narrow, because this lady is crazy. Like, she had us up in here watching walls and baseboards, and we couldn't watch freaking DuckTales too. So what the heck? Okay, I want to watch DuckTales, you know? So I just know with me and my kids, like my oldest son, he would probably say that, nah, you stuck to the punishment with me, but the other two, you didn't do it. You know, every kid always gonna say that. They always gonna say it. But I can say just me observing myself and just sitting down, just being honest with myself. That is something that I think I didn't let them feel the consequences of their actions. And then when it comes down to disappointments, because I didn't want them to feel disappointed, or I was trying to fill in for the lack of, you know, the other parent, that I would just step in and not allow them to feel that disappointment either. So that does, in a sense, create an atmosphere for entitlement. Like, you gotta do this, or it just creates chaos. It creates skewed boundaries. It creates a lot of things that us as parents should hold firm on, to say, hey, there is a boundary. This is a clear boundary that you cannot cross over, or you will feel these consequences. And again, allow your kids to feel disappointment. Disappointment teaches a lot of things. You are robbing your kids of a major growth season if you do not allow them to feel disappointment. I always would give the analogy that I was the sofa cushion, right? So that means, you know how your kids, when you go sit on the sofa, right? Like, you can sit on the sofa and you're not gonna look behind you to sit down. You know the sofa is here, so you just sit down. You just sit down because you know it's going to catch you. I will give my kids the analogy, what if that sofa was not here? And when you look back, you're taking advantage of that tool that is always there to catch you, to keep you safe, to keep you from harm. What if that was removed and you were allowed to feel that bump on the floor? Just so that way you could be appreciative of the things that God has blessed you with. And I think a lot of times we do rob our kids of that growth season, that disappointment, that hurt that will grow them, because we are in essence trying to play God in our kids' lives, when no, they're here on their own personal journey as well. Let them feel it. Let them feel that. And the last lesson that I want to touch base on is emotional maturity. Now, we all got that one person, or maybe it's several people in your life, okay? But we all have a person or people in our lives that can actually touch that trigger within you. We all have that person or multiple people in our lives that may be able to trigger that trigger. You got me? So with all that being said, one thing that I am learning on this journey that I am currently on is that I have areas in that the trigger area, and do some fine tuning in the emotional maturity area of my life. That means setting up boundaries, and if the boundaries are not already set, that means, or if the boundaries are already set, that means making sure there's no cross intersection, so that way you can maintain control over yourself and also maintain respect within the individuals that you're dealing with. They don't cross over into your boundary, you don't cross over into a boundary that they have for themselves. That way both parties and all parties can remain respectful. I also say for myself that I'm not going to raise my voice above a certain octave. So I'm not going to elevate my voice. I feel like I automatically have like a very assertive type of tone, and that is because I raised boys. I feel like I used to talk softer until I encountered boys or kids in general, because what I tell my kids is when I talk in my normal octave, it's like it don't penetrate them. It don't have a reaction when it should. So it's like you have to like kind of like raise your voice a little bit and have that assertiveness in your voice with certain groups of kids, so that way they understand like, okay, I should be moving right now. This is, if I don't move, I'm crossing over into a boundary that I shouldn't be over into, so maybe I should be getting my ass together. So, but I've said that I'm not going to raise my voice above a certain octave. I'm going to say what I need to say, and I'm going to walk away. And that just presents a sense of calmness, level-headedness, in a moment that may present a trigger to trigger, and it could be an intense moment, but you have to find a way to maintain your the calmness within yourself, and to still have a level head at the same time. But yeah, I'm quite sure there's many other lessons that I could definitely go through, but girl, if I went through all of these lessons, this video would be longer than what it already is. So I just wanted to come on because like I said, I want to take you on this journey with me, and a part of this journey is me doing a lot of reflection. It's me just sitting with myself, so that way not only will it make me a better parent, but it's going to make me a better person overall within all of my relationships that I have. And so just wanted to take this moment to thank you for just coming along this journey with me. And if you are going through a painful season in your life, girl, just know that you are not alone. You do have a community here, and I do have a freebie or a ebook that is free that you can definitely download, and that is for you to maintain peace over parental conflict. And so I want you to feel free to download that. That's going to be in the description area somewhere, so feel free to download it. So until next time, y'all stay blessed, and I am on this journey, but I am happy to report that things are getting better and better every single day. So yes, I am very happy to report that. But I just wanted to come and give you guys an update. So y'all go ahead and enjoy your day. Make sure you like this video and leave a positive comment if you feel led to do so. And I will be back with another video hopefully here soon. All right, bye.